Dr. Angela McBurney of DoctorFlute.com, and today's flute tip is on relax your embouchure to improve your tone. You can tell if you've been watching my videos that I think a relaxed embouchure is the best way to get a good tone. And I think most people think that. I see all types of embouchures, and if you're looking at professionals, you'll see all types of embouchures there as well. But I think no matter what it looks like, to them, it's relaxed. And since we all have different shapes to our mouth, relaxed is going to look slightly different. So I want to talk to you about how to do that, relaxing that embouchure. If you learned long ago from those beginner books that have just the most atrocious pictures in the front, demonstrating how to have a good embouchure. I know in the book that I started with, there was a man who played, showed pictures, and he had a mustache, and they did close-ups, and I know all of us little girls in 4th grade all screamed with horror because we thought it, it looked like a bug up there or something. It just wasn't the most flattering picture to show us, and I think having both lips to be able to see without the mustache in a black and white photograph probably would have been just slightly better. The person who taught wasn't a flute player, so they had to rely on the pictures in order to show all of us beginning flute players how to form that embouchure. Today, there's so many sources out there to show, but what I want to show to you, the important thing here is not that you have a mustache or not. You can have a mustache and still play the flute and demonstrate for your students, but that you have a natural embouchure here. So if I look in the mirror at what my face looks like when I'm just neutral, then I want that to be emulated when I play the flute. So I'm going to look in the mirror and see, this is what I look like when I'm have just a neutral look. Now all I want to do is open up. I don't want to pull the corners back or pull them down or really do anything with the corners. I want them to fall where they may. So whatever happens to the corners when I look natural, but yet still have to have an embouchure. I mean, our embouchure is not the shape that our lips naturally go in, but when I make the sound, when I make that sound, I don't want to do anything unnatural. I'm not going to pull them back. Because what the pulling back does is it closes. So if we pull the lips this way, I'm going to close up my mouth. And to get this nice big booming sound, you want to open. So if I'm playing here, that's about as forte as I'm going to get. I can get softer, but I can't really get any louder. It's going to crack if I do. So what I'm going to do is let my embouchure be natural. That allows for me to open up. It's going to free up my tone, and it's going to let it come out. The tight embouchure closes in your tone, keeps it all inside. So let me play this little part that I just played at the opening, and I'm going to do it with a tight embouchure. This is the Cantabile at Presto by Ionesco. Ran out of air there at the end. Now let me open it up. Now something else, I mean, I liked that version better, but something else that I haven't said before is that with the tight embouchure, I basically have one color. I can't change that color. we often change the color by varying our vibrato or varying the tone or doing both at the same time. And how I do the tone is by changing the vowel shape on the inside using a, e, o, un, u. And when I change that, that gives me a different vowel shape. If I'm pulling the corners back, I get one vowel shape, and that's an E. I can't make it ah, because ah, well then that's going to change. And when I have students that use that really pulled back and I'm trying to change their embouchure, they get one sound and one sound only. And so by opening that up, relaxing here, you're going to allow yourself to have a lot of different colors in your tone. So use a mirror to help you see what relaxed looks like for you. It's going to be different for everybody. And then I think you have to have faith. And here's where a lot of people go wrong. You have to have faith that that relaxed embouchure is still going to get you tone. So I have too many students, I mean probably everyone that I've tried to change their embouchure and successfully tried. They'll eventually get it and move into a much better tone. But when they look in the mirror, they can see when they're pulling it back, because that's what they do to get a tone. And they don't trust that they can still get a good tone by having a relaxed embouchure. All the years they've been playing flute, they've relied on that pulling back shape. And to think, oh wait, I can still get a tone going, huh? Just opening up, leaving it relaxed, I can still get a tone. It's something that takes a little while to believe in. So allow yourself to say, I can get a good tone even with that relaxed embouchure, and it doesn't have to rely on pulling those corners back. So believe that it's going to happen, even if it's fuzzy and bad at the beginning. That's the way it goes. You can eventually, when you work out with it a little bit and hold in your air, because that's generally one of the problems, is that when you relax your embouchure, it opens up and more air comes out, and then your tone is airier, and you have to learn to hold it in while staying open. Whereas when it's really pulled back, it manipulates how much air can come out, and so it sort of gives you a better tone at the beginning because you have made it so small, only a little bit of air comes out. When you relax your embouchure, it actually has a much bigger embouchure hole and more air is going to come out. Then you have to hold in the air, so it opens up some other avenues to work on. But I think that you can find that you get a really good tone, that you can get a really good tone without doing a lot of machinations and in a relatively short period of time, if you believe that you can get this tone to come out. So work on that. Use a mirror and see if you are pulling back and using a really tight embouchure, or are you relaxing that embouchure, and your tone will get bigger and better and be able to have a lot more colors to it. Have fun working on your tone.